Hello everyone, it's me again, Alvin, and Dr. Ganesh,
Hi.
our health professionals. Okay, today we're going to continue from our previous episode on vaccines. So, doctor,
Yeah.
we're talking about blood clots. Right? Does the blood clots happens to a specific brands of vaccines, or is any vaccines what happens?
Okay, as far as brands of vaccine goes, the data is not very clear. You see, because these vaccination programs are going on around the world. Okay, so and they are collecting their data as it's been administered. So as far as the UK AstraZeneca vaccine goes, because it's one of those earliest vaccine that has been started in UK, the United Kingdom are able to give their data because they were very, they're very active in that vaccination. So they managed to produce some data on clots on certain people, but that based on AstraZeneca, the percentage is very, very low. Again, it's about 4 to 10 per million, which is insignificant in that sense. Okay, so that means the protection outweighs the side effects. The necessity of taking the vaccine outweighs the side effects of the vaccine. So if you say one person died out of a million and you don't want to take the vaccine, it is, if you look at the percentage of risk, is extremely low. So chances are you are definitely going to survive the vaccine.
So doctor, may I draw an analogy from that? Is it correct for me to say or draw an analogy? Perhaps after taking the vaccines, the chances of being killed by car accidents could be higher than the vaccine by itself.
Definitely, of course. If you look at you see, the percentage of you dying in an accident is very high.
Yeah.
Seeing the number of cars on the road,
which has nothing got to do with the vaccine.
Correct. If you see, everybody is familiar with the drug Panadol. Okay, Panadol everybody knows. Even Panadol, people can die of taking Panadol just because they have a side effect on the drug itself. So nobody knows who have a side effect for a particular drug. You see, every drug has a side effect, including vaccines. So, but the thing is this: you have a fever, you have to take Panadol. Now, out of 10 million people who takes Panadol, 10 people get a side effect of Panadol. So that will be like 0.000001%. Now, are you going to tell yourself, I'm having fever, I'm not going to take Panadol, because out of 10 million, 10 people died of Panadol? Definitely not.
Yeah.
You're still going to take your Panadol to bring down your fever, right? Exactly. The vaccine is just the same. You see, if just 3 to 4 people gets a clot, and out of a million, it's the same principle.
Am I correct to say that taking Panadol may carry higher risk of death compared to vaccines?
No, Panadol, I see every drug has its own percentage of getting such a side effect out of per million population and all. So the vaccine is the same. You see, if AstraZeneca is going to cause you a clot of 0.00004%, and Panadol is going to cause you side effects of 0.00004%, 1%. So again, it's very, very low, very, very low. You see, so it outweighs the benefit.
Meaning to say, since we are able to take the risk that Panadol gives us, there's no reason we don't take the risk of getting the vaccine.
Correct.
So, doctor, can I just, other than the percentage and advice to take vaccine, whether vaccine alone really cause death?
So far, you see, now in the market, there are many vaccines. There's vaccines for many viruses. Flu virus, we have the influenza vaccine, we have the pneumococcal vaccines. And our vaccination program alone, there are about 5-6 different vaccines the moment a baby is born until he reaches the age of 6. By then, they have taken at least about 7 to 8 different vaccines already.
Right. So vaccines is not new to mankind.
Exactly. So we have been taking vaccines. Every one of us are vaccinated for something. Even the famous BCG vaccine for tuberculosis, the most famous side effects is developing a boil, like a pus development. It's painful and it'll be pus discharge and all that. But that's one of the effects of the vaccine itself. But you're not, you may even get a fever. That's a very common side effect of all vaccines, getting fever. But you're not going to prevent of, so you ask yourself, are you going to get tuberculosis and get the disease, or you're going to take the vaccine and not get the disease and be protected? You decide, you see. So this is the thing we have to open up our minds into,
Very well.
So,
I think people are more afraid and
yes, but yes, that's one thing. The thing is, because you see, the thing is because the media has a lot of news that are not well vetted, and people get fearful easily. So that's one reason also.
Well, Doctor, having understand that, my next question to you is whether elderly should be vaccinated against COVID-19. Is there a difference whether the gender based, like male should take or female shouldn't take anything?
You see,
like
generally when you say old age elderly, we say above 60. We, in general terms, we say their immune system is a bit compromised, okay, even though the case is not necessarily, not always the case. So in that terms, an elderly needs to be protected even more. So that's why in that general term, they say the elderly should take their vaccination, to be protected. Of course, no one wants to take the risk. So elderly are very susceptible to getting severe symptoms of COVID-19. Okay, though even some countries have showed a quite significant number of young adults, 20 to 30s, are already dying of the disease itself. You see, so in general rule, the elderly should take their vaccination. Yeah, okay.
When we say elderly, doctor, do you have any range between what age and what age is termed as elderly?
Yeah, I mean usually the elderly between 60 to 60 and above, you can say it's elderly.
60 and above, or beyond hundreds also.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, doctor. Out of curiosity, there are how many types of vaccines for coronavirus? Do you have a jab, inhale vaccines, or what other types, and which is more effective?
As far as what I know now, what most people know now, all the vaccines are given through intramuscular injections. Okay, so far there is not yet an oral vaccine. Okay, like we have the typhoid oral vaccine. So, but for as far as COVID-19, so far all vaccines are given through intramuscular. The Sinovac, the Pfizer vaccine, the AstraZeneca, all are given through intramuscular injections. Okay, so there's no oral vaccine yet.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all our questions here to Dr. Ganesh. Thank you very much, Doctor, for your help in answering all the crucial questions. Okay. If any one of you got any more further questions, you can ask me below here, and we will try to respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you.